Seems absolutely ridiculous to say this, but we got Act 3 before GTA 6 and a new numbered Elder Scrolls. Welcome to Rantaz. If you're wondering who these wandering warriors are, or the story of Act 1 and Act 2, I have a weathered but still quite good video on just that subject. Thank you to Metal Gear Solid 4 was a mistake for filtering people to that video. To shock and awe, some of you punks put me on that we were going to get the Act 3 album Drip Thread through December and January on Bandcamp. Thank God, I was already knee deep in the red. During December and January, or you punks would have just been inundated with my thoughts and feelings as we got a song every week. Now that the CD, yes of course I own the CD, are out and the song's on Spotify, it's time to talk about it. Out of the gate, this is a great album, and there's definitely some songs from it now in the rotation.
Took out a match, started the fire, lit up the city. And for miles and miles, all you could see were the flames. There's a storm blowing in, and the heavens will open when the flood washes over me. God, I hope it can wash this blood from my head.
Stop giving Albert some of the best songs. This and the Hounds, what are you doing to me? And it's all about this part right here. God damn. It's what made Mega Man X and classic Mega Man so damn dangerous. The music, when instrumented, is the tasty biscuits. No wonder Beneath the Steel and Annihilation of Monsteropolis are still in my regular playlist.
She's gone, why I'm left to linger on, but I know why I'm standing here tonight.
If anyone wants to complain that The City Made Us or Hold Back the Night are not on that list, rest assured I love both songs, but they don't count for this album. I've been listening to either at least once a week for 11 years. They are their own thing at this point. And I'll say this, I like the 2015 versions better. Before we get into the plot recap, a reminder. The band feels the best way to experience the story of the Protomen is the physical album and the handout that comes with it. I say,
yeah, you should see them live. They're much better live.
Is the best way to experience the rock opera for the first time. What is not the right way is me sarcastically recapping it to you. Final spoiler warning here. Someone finally took Protoman's words to heart, as there is some sort of human resistance now. As a number station pops off a message. Location data to a meet planned by a woman. I'm going to call her Roll for now. If someone does eventually name her and I'm wrong, I apologize. But for now, we're just going to call her Roll. To the meet in the East End, where the city's disenfranchised and rebellious make their home. On the way, the East End is hit by a missile strike. Not hitting the resistance meetup, but getting damn close. Roll does as her name says and rolls to the meeting. She finds the human resistance burning flame of rebellion becoming embers. Not helped by Light being Light the wet blanket, trying to convince them that the fight is long over. Roll is able to wind up the crowd back up, gets the fire going, largely by confronting Light. He bounces with Roll falling behind, spouting off conspiracy theories and ideas of where to start looking for Mega Man. They enter his workshop and, well, if I may paraphrase, he's my friggin' kid. I know where to find him. I built him with my own 2 hands. I never thought he'd want to come back. Thomas Elliot Light. Team 4-star, please handle this.
Oh my god, you are a bad father and a terrible partner.
Why does everybody keep saying that?
Light, man, I identify with you. I want to like you, but you make it difficult. Roll straps on a very familiar helmet and makes her way to get Mega Man, whose signal is coming from the Badlands. Because she can light the fire, but at the end of the day, the army of combat robots, we're going to need someone to go toe-to-toe with that. While this is all going on, things are not great at Cassaday Wiley. Yeah, those missiles were 100% meant for the Resistance. They just missed the target. It's been going on for a few weeks. Glitches in the OS of Wiley's tech, including the combat robots. A reminder that even in this universe, Wiley ain't shit when it comes to programming. He was vibe coding before vibe coding was a thing. I'm presuming everything is still running off Light's original code, and we're at least a decade in without an update. But it's not just failing tech. Wiley's getting paranoid. Okay, paranoid-er. He needs to crush the Resistance to show the inner ring of the city who's in control, and he can't let up for a second or risk losing everything. This better be new technology, Tom, but as a bonus flex to how Wiley's grip on the city is slipping, Light slinks up to his front door and turns off the robots that try to stop him. Again, paraphrasing. Get your octogenarian ass down here, Albert. Either I'm going to see Emily or I'm sending you to see Edison in hell. I don't care which. Now, to go easy on Light for a second, the device he's using isn't that strong, and it does seem like it's just temporary because he still needs to sneak around. It's probably exploiting a vulnerability that just now has come up as the OS glitches out, but still, dude. Roll during all this has made her way out to an old mining site. I can't decide if this is a reference to Mega Man's government name being Rock or how this whole mess started. But he's just waiting there for her and lets her into his hidey hole. And she pleads her case. It's the same song and dance. The city needs you, yada yada yada. The real sad part about this is Mega's apparently not talked to anyone since everything with Proto went down. Mega Man gives Roll some advice about what it means to stand on that stage, to be the hero, to face the gates of hell. Here's the thing about the family of Light. You don't really convince them. They kind of gotta get there themselves. And admittedly, Meg's got a good answer for not going to face the night again. Roll to the cave patio or something to the side of the East End on fire. While Tom was yelling at a tyrant to run this fade that never hurt him, and Roll was talking to a former elective mute, Albert got the targeting computer to work and bombed the crap out of the Resistance base. Which Albert gleefully watched from his tower till, ZOMG, that didn't stop the civil uprising. and is no longer under warranty. Robots are getting smacked around by civilians wielding
The ghetto smack. Oh, yeah.
Ghetto smack. What's the ghetto smack?
Well, you hit him with anything. I'm set. Bow. Seattle.
citing specifically someone slammed one with a ripped off car door. Are we sure Proto killed Gutsman? Car doors are not light. Not light. Oh, yeah. Remember that whole Wily's screws are coming loose? The peon's not submitting to his show of force is making him accelerate certain plans. Actual Mega Man lore to speculate on future events. You ever wonder why every robot wants a piece of Mega Man when you play a level, not just the quote-unquote evil robot? That's not a bug, it's a feature. In the world of Mega Man Classic, DLN numbers, DCM numbers, and DWM robots are all called Robot Masters. They act as servers or routers for the other not as advanced robots. They do as master commands. And well, really can't trust the Snapper Joes to act autonomously anymore. This might result in one of 4 scenarios. We get the original DWN numbers. Not terribly fond of this idea. It's going to be real hard to top what the Megas did with the concept, but I am intrigued.
Wood, trash, heat, metal.
Base means Mega Man's going to run those hands. 0. Mega Man is fucking dead. Long live our Lord and Master Albert Socrates Wily. May his golden empire last 1,000 years. 4. I'm dead wrong, and Wily wants to burn it all down. And there are devils out there far worse than man or machine. And yellow is the color of fear. Back on task. Rose sees the smoke from the Badlands. Her people need her. She tries one more time to plead with Mega Man. She thought he was different than the other robots. That he seemed softer when he stood on that stage, when he faced the night, when she watched him rise and fall. She tosses his helmet at his feet and hauls ass back to the city. Mega Man looks at the helmet and comes to some realizations. He faced Wily not just for Proto, not just to be a hero like him, but because his dad said he couldn't, and he misunderstood that. Mega Man was mighty enough, but no one can. You can't face the world alone. And while Mega still has no love for the people, he does love his father. Whatever's going down is bad enough Light, after years, told someone where to find him. So it's time to get back to it. Mega Man heads out. He's not a hero, but he's the best thing they got. You gotta imagine after 10 minutes in Bleaching Desert, he thought, wow, this would have been so much easier on the back of that girl's bike. Back to the A-plot, Thomas doing what Thomas done do. Making tech and having PTSD dreams of Emily. Once that reminder that Light needs a hug and all the mood elevators, besides kicking the crap out of Wily, has passed, he goes up to Wily's tower and stops him from pushing whatever big red button he was going to press. I can say the destined meeting of what you could say is the antagonist and protagonist of our story does not go how you think it goes. I was thinking more...
No, stop him, quick, stop him!
Not, and again, paraphrasing.
So you want to kill me because I killed her. An eye for an eye is pretty fair cost. Wait, is that her music box?
Yep.
Dick.
Takes one to know one.
Know your debt. Why are you assuming the position?
Fuck you.
I had so much anger right now and I don't know where to aim.
Is this more or less anger-inducing than when you realized you owe your entire life to me?
I'm an innovator.
Innovator, I built a better version of our creation in my garage with a box of scraps. Twice.
You are not Iron Man.
No, but you are Elon Musk. Oh, don't think you're not getting any. How's it feel that me and Jason Todd ran a fade on your grandpa and wore his face as a helmet?
Shut up.
You know you're supposed to be a gardener, right? Why else would you make the killer robot be lime green?
That's not true. Is it, Father?
Yes.
Shut up. I am not your dad. That is not our relationship, and we will discuss it later. Instantly regretting this. But any last words, Light?
In all seriousness, how are they doing with the outdated code? I have firmware.
Seriously?
Right here. I'm sorry, it's going to need a day 1 patch.
I'm gonna kill you slow.
I die knowing the love of a good woman. Wiley gets what he's been wanting since Act 2. Light at the end of a rope. But in the distance, the human resistance watches as Mega Man pushes through the assembled crowd. All our major players are assembled. It's time for a fight! God damn it, I love this band. I know it's a weird take to have after Yeesh, but it's because of that. 1 minute, it's keep you alive, and your fists bumping, your hands are raised in the air, and then it's Emily. High highs and low lows, and when the world gets too hard, I admit there's a phrase that runs through my head.
Joe, when you see Emily, tell her to wait for me, 'cause I still have work to do.
Well, that's Act 3, and I pray the turnaround time on Act 4 is quicker, because even for the Protomen, that is one depressing-ass ending. Best song of the album, No Way Out. This is like everything that makes a good Protoman song. It's a little bit depressing, but also feels like a fight song, thrashing guitars, but I feel you can dance to this one. Questions left unanswered. Who is the girl? I'll admit, I'm talking out my ass when I call her a role. It's mostly that she's a girl and that position hasn't been filled yet. My only real evidence is this line. You don't even know my name. I know who you are. But that could be metaphorical because he knows her because she's the next link in the chain. The next guy who thinks he can take on the system and win. But let's play the devil's advocate for a second. How can that be? I'll admit keeping time progression straight isn't great for me, especially since Act 2 takes place before Act 1. But maybe Tom and Emily had a child before everything went to shit and were able to squirrel her away. Why? Well, Tom was working on some high-level stuff. Or maybe they were just two young kids not ready for the responsibilities and gave her up. Probably for the best. I could see that going Sansa and Littlefinger real quick. Question 2. Wiley's plan and Light's gambit. You already know my theory on what Wiley's been up to, but I don't see Light even as far gone as he was. I just don't see him committing suicide like that. He did something with the knife or the music box. Something that will turn the tide. And the final question, Mega Man's choice.
My choices are my own. And yet, how ironic. For I now find I have no choice at all. I am a warrior. Let the battle be joined.
He is the robot that can choose. But what choice is there? Talk about a melody from the past. Well, this has been Rantasmagoria. And this has been me celebrating 2,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Honest to God, never thought I was going to get here. No drink for the way out. They either have the Mega Man energy drink in them or Blue Carousel, and I don't actually like either of those things. But if you got a good Mega Man drink, put it in the comments. Tip on your way out, and we'll see you next time.